have a question. It's from Charleston, South Carolina. 32. I don't have no kids. I've been with the same boyfriend since for 5 years now. And my question is like, part of me like wants to give it up. Part of me don't. Like I love him, don't get me wrong, but like his ways have not changed in the past 5 years. And right, no ring yet, we live together, we have material things together, but only thing locking us in is that the material stuff.
So what do you want to do? What do you think you want to do? Do you want to leave?
I mean, I just don't want to waste any more of my time. I'm 32, no children. If I do plan on having a family, I've got to do it very soon.
So what are you afraid of? Why are you afraid to leave? What's holding you back from just packing up, looking for another place and going if it's not your place already?
Probably because like I worry about him. He tends to kind of be in the street a little bit. He don't make the best choices, and I feel like since we've been together, he's been on the right track. And I do get worried about like his well-being if like I do decide to up and leave, and like where his mental will be. I don't want him going off the deep end, because of me. And I care for him. I do love him. I've known him since I was 17. We dated in high school, and it didn't work out, and we kind of rekindled, but I have a real good connection with his family. Me and his mother and his sister are very close, and I care for them and him.
Yeah, but you're not his mom, my love. You're not his mom. You're not his responsibility. And in some shape, way, or form, when we are in relationships,
That's where I'm gonna stop you, Ashley. She is responsible for Nug-Nug. Becky come up here. She got the lashes, the long nails. She talking ghetto. This is classic.
This is it. Listen to the story she telling about this ninja. She said, I love it. They got so many excuses why they won't leave this ninja. The writing is on the wall in blood that this ninja ain't worth a dang. She said, but Ash, I don't want to leave him because of his mental. He might hurt himself if I leave him. Oh my goodness. That ninja. If you leave me, I'ma delete myself. Nug-Nug. Y'all know this ninja in the hood. Sick, sad, unhinged, unstable, too volatile, not good for the group.
yeah, we are responsible for each other. But you can't not get what you want out of life because you're worried and concerned about the choices he's deciding to make as a grown-up. At 17, maybe through 21, we're like, okay, maybe we can help them. But after being grown, he's making a choice to go out there into the world and do whatever it is that he wants to do. So Christina needs to do what's best for her.
Had talks about it, and then he'll start to change a little bit, and he tries to make me look at it as if like it could be worse. Like at least he comes home at night, but he'll ignore me when I call him, or and he makes me feel insecure. Even if he's not out there doing anything, he makes me feel that way.
I think all the signs are pointing to it's time to go. It's just you have to tell yourself, if you don't decide, I don't know, this year, next year, that you're leaving, what's going to happen is you're going to be one of those 45-year-old women raising an adult child, a man child, they called.
Right.
You're going to be raising a man child. You're going to be 45, like, girl, he ain't never changed, but he going to come home. All right, your rice in the cook. Where you been at? I told you to come home. It's going to be that kind of energy.
And it ain't
With
even
no
a
rain.
situation where like, oh, he's still providing and I stay home. No, I work 50, 60 hours a week. You do the bills, 1 month, I could be doing it by myself. And
Listen here.
No bread, no water, just meat.
Nug-Nug. Talking this a man child. Sometimes in life she's at what she qualifies for. I mean, it ain't like she can leave this man and go find a man that's gonna pay the bills for her. I mean, she's exactly what my man say, water gonna sink to his level. That's one of our new favorite quotes over here.
Yes, that is that. This is talking about she worked 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Nug-Nug sitting at home chilling. This is baby boy all over again. He chilling, driving her Honda Civic or her Nissan Altima. And he ain't doing nothing. She said he'll change for a little bit, then he'll go back to his ways. And listen here, she up here making it seem like Nug-Nug just beating her down, beating up her self-esteem, all that. Like Gavin said, that's your man. It's unfortunate, but not really, because that's your match. That's why y'all together. She most likely a registered nurse, right? Or some type of home health aide. She out in the streets to find a man. That's the best she can do.
And she talking about Nug-Nug trying to change. Nug-Nug, listen, Nug-Nug will go from selling nickel bags of Reggie. He gonna say, I'm gonna change. I just put some applications in. I got a interview at Wendy's today. Then he get hired at Wendy's. He worked for 2 weeks. Then he quit. But when he walk in the house, he gonna tell her he got fired. And he gonna tell her how they was racist and it's the system. And she gonna be like, it's fine, I know.
Yep, and he gonna comfort her with some little story how he about to flip this little lick right quick, and they gonna be set. She gonna say, "I'm gonna ride with you," and the saga continues.
Man,
And I've told him that, and it's like at the end of the day, I think it's either going to take me to really leave, and then if if it's meant to be, it'll be, and if it's not, it's not.
Way to get out of it, Christina, is you have to get up, you have to go. You can't, it doesn't matter what day, it could be a random Wednesday, a random Thursday. You have to go. Yeah, like you said, you want marriage, you want children. That's important to you. He's not making that a priority because he thinks you're not going anywhere. He's like, oh, she ain't going nowhere. She'll be home. She'll nag me, but she ain't going nowhere.
I don't have a big family, and he does, and like they treat me like family, and I think that has a lot to do with it because and it always seems like it's around the holidays when he starts really messing up, and it's like, dang, I don't want to spend Thanksgiving alone, I don't want to spend Christmas alone, so it's like I think I just stick around because it's like I love his family too, and it's like that's hard just to let go. But I mean, I just at the end of the day, I just feel like I just need to do what's best for myself.
Absolutely, you do. And I think, again, it takes a lot of courage to leave. It's like, wow, I'm really doing this. It takes a lot of courage. But if it's like two things, you want that family structure, right? That part too is like, I'm getting older. I want babies. I want stability. I want structure. I don't think you probably asking for much. It don't sound like you asking for a millionaire guy. You're just like, I want the bare minimum, babe. Come on. I've been here how many years with you?
He thinks like whenever I call his phone and I'm like, where you at? What you doing? He thinks I'm like clocking him, and it's like, I'm from Charleston. People get killed every single night here. I'm worried about you, literally. And like, there's been nights where he's out till 4 in the morning. Our clubs close at 2, and don't expect me to question you because what? You're a grown man, but you're in a relationship. If you want to do that, that's fine, but be single. He tries to come with it's not like that, and does better, but focus on me and myself. And I just don't know if I could do that just still being with him or.
listen, Nug-Nug coming in 4 in the morning. He doing what he want. And here's the deal. There's an extreme end to both sides of this coin when it comes to dating out. For women in particular, when you talk about B-Dubs and Becky's here. Because Becky will go to the extreme, Nug-Nug will ruin you to the point where you can't even go back to your own race. You done got these lashes, you got tattoos up your arms. Now your mind is corrupted. You can't go back. Just like some of these sisters, when they go to Brad, and then they come up here all swirled out. Don't no brother be wanting them.
Oh yeah, Gav. There's an old saying that say, once you go black, you don't go back, and that that's definitely fit for Bonquisha. Yeah, can't reintroduce her back to her more natural habitat of Brads and Chaz. It's over. She been dancing with the wolves too long, my baby. She turned. Listen, Nug-Nug, this ninja is different, but all the same. Nug-Nug told her things could be worse. Nug-Nug coming home. That's why I say, like, these situations so volatile. Nug-Nug be playing in Bonquisha's face. Nug-Nug walk in the door at 4. She said 4 a.m. 4:35, 6 a.m. Smelling like all of outside. Olive outside, walking the door, stumbling, and she like, "Where you been?" He like, "You need to relax. I'm home, ain't I? Least I came home. It could be worse. You could have, had to come out and find me, like you had to do last time."
This is sick work. Becky catch the worst ends of it, man, because they don't be knowing no better. And Nug-Nug just be clocking them upside the head.
And that's one thing about Bonquisha. Becky Bonquisha, Bequisha. It's not really in her character to be so outwardly violent like a regular Bonquisha. Now, you see what I'm saying? You ain't about to do this to Sharkeisha and them. You gonna open up the door to a straight haymaker boy, straight violence. But her, she gonna just cry, whine a little bit, make little weak idle threats. It's unfortunate. She ain't built for the game.
If I need to leave to be able to do that.
You have to. I feel like, I don't want to tell people to leave their relationships, but I feel like you could do bad all by yourself, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
All my homegirls tell me the same thing. Like they all beat down my like Christina. Please, you were that before him. You'll be that after him. Like
you won't be stressed. You won't look stressed,
right.
right? And I'm sure with stress, you gain weight. You don't feel as confident about yourself. Now, when you're not feeling confident, he says something or he out late. Now you're feeling more insecure. It feeds those things as a woman, Now you in your head at night. You on social media like, look at these girls. They look good. I'm 32. I ain't got, what's going on? All right, it's time for me. It's those thoughts.
When I do run into like another male and a conversation gets sparked, and I let them know, I work, I don't have kids. They're interested. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't, and I'm not trying to pursue another relationship like immediately, but it's not like I don't have men approach me. I'm not gonna like say I got it going on, but I have no kids, I don't have no drama. I got my own car, got my own house, make decent money. So it's like,
So then he gotta leave.
yeah, you gotta leave. Yeah.
Okay, so
Hold on, man.
Because you done got addicted to penis juice and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
I hate when they do this. When they come up here drunk on weenie juice, but they sitting there like, I got options. I'm always getting hit on. They're all bad options, including the guy you're with. You got nothing but the worst in front of you.
Straight up. What did she say? I ain't trying to make it seem like I'm all that. But guys, listen here. 100% of the time, if you show us these individuals that's barking and howling at her at the G station, guarantee you it ain't nothing to write home about. 100% of the time. So look at the sister. She all beat down. I'm not as ignorant as I was yesteryear. I know that's a filter, Bequisha. She got that filter on, smoothing out her face. You ain't trying to see the bags and the wear and tear that Nug-Nug to put on this sister. She ain't who she acting like she is. She ain't got no kids. So that's her claim to fame. That's like, she's like, I ain't got no kids. So she ain't really tied to a Nug-Nug. That's a plus. I ain't gonna hate her on that. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You don't want, like you said, you don't want to see her first thing in the morning when she roll out of bed. And y'all see how she got that blanket pulled all the way up to her chin. So she probably blowed out.
The fact that she dealing with this ninja, she described him. He in the streets. He always in trouble. He don't use his best judgment. He talking about offing himself. He unstable and unhinged. And she like, I love his family. She got all these excuses as to why she won't leave him. Y'all heard it here first. If y'all ain't never heard it before. Bequisha, Bonquisha constantly makes all the excuses she can to stay with this ninja because she drunk off weenie juice.
Here we go. Make sure y'all hit the like button.
And that's another thing. Like when we have spoke about, breaking up or whatever, and he's packed his stuff but never actually came through with it. He brings up, oh well, I give you this money, the money, this, that, and the third. And at the end of the day, I try to tell him, that's for what you've already stayed. You've already that money's already spent. He's like, okay, well you can evict me, and like the law in South Carolina, if they got a toothbrush in your house, you gotta evict them out your house. You know, so it's like, who want to go through it all? I gotta go to the court. You know, another thing, he's on probation. So if I don't want to cause a scene and get the cops called, you know, and it's just me being I'm a Cancer, by the way. So it's just me being caring and motherly. Even though I'm not a mother, I mother everybody around me, you know. It's just like at the end of the day, it's the actual physical, because I've went 2 or 3 days without even talking to him, like, and I told him like this is over, you know, and then somehow he just finds a little way to inch his way back into my good grace, you know, and it's
But
just
you have to set a hard boundary, Christina. Your no has to be no. Like no, no. Bye. Go to your mother's house. Like no.
right. And see, that
Because
is an
I'm gonna
option
tell
for
you
him.
this now. 35 looks different from 32. 40 looks different from 32. 40 looks different from 35. I'm not saying we can't age gracefully. I'm not saying we can't get creams, Botox, and all of the things. But while you still cute, you still young, you know, before you hit that 35 mark,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would get a
absolutely.
lot more selfish.
Right. But I appreciate it because I definitely needed to hear this, especially, I mean, you know, reading.
Listen, Becky Bonquisha up here drunk on weenie juice. Ashley talking about get Botox. And that ain't no solution. Hell.
Oh, I'm so tired of all these ratchet charities. Botox for Bonquisha. BBLs and Botox for Bonquisha. Just why? For what? Why did we even go there about Botox? You listen, ain't the enough serums, Botox injections that could wipe away the wear and tear that Nug-Nug is placing all over her face. It's over. What was that last thing she said? She won't stop. Y'all, another reason why she won't leave Nug-Nug. Again, they know who this man is. It'll be the 12th year. What's she on year 10? By the 12th year, she'll say, "Oh, my intuition kicked in and I finally saw the light." Hush up. Now, her last excuse for not leaving him was because he
Well,
on parole.
she said on probation, she don't get him in jail, but she said she stopped talking to him for 2 or 3 days, and somehow he make his way back in the house. She don't know how.
I will tell you exactly. Stop, man. 3 days go by. That little man in the boat, don't let it be payday on that third day. She done went, got her little Hennessy, Casamigos, little herb. She back at the crib and ain't nobody there. But guess who could be there if only she'd be kind enough to answer that text or phone call? Nug-Nug. Come right through every time. Every time. That's what it is. Tell the truth, Bonquisha. You cannot get lonely, because if you do get lonely, Nug-Nug is en route 100% of the time.
Here we go.
Needed to hear this, especially, I mean, you know, reading the comments, you know, the girls, you know, and that's kind of definitely what I needed to hear, because at the end of the day, I care too much about his feelings for him to not care about mine at all, you know. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome, darling. I'm wishing you the best, okay?
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you for coming up, Christina. It's very hard to leave when you've been in a relationship for so long. But if you write everything out, Christina, right now tonight, and you put he's on probation, number one. He comes home late every day at 5 a.m. in the morning. He's never home. Number 4, he makes me feel insecure. Number
In the big name of Jesus, you hear me?
Shout out to my guy, Project Leroy in the Cash App. He says, evict her off my screen to the right. Get in the rocket.
Fair enough. Beck, we should out of here. And I love these little ends here. Actually, don't trying to say, "Oh, I know it's hard." They be trying to apply like normal scenarios and situations to Bonquisha Nug-Nug's antics, and you can't. She said, "I know when you with a guy for 10 years or something, it's hard to leave." That's supposed to be in the realm of marriage, not shacking up and hunching all willy-nilly. That's not where you apply that. Stop.
So, with that being said, shout out to my guy, Project Leroy, the show sponsor. We're gonna put her in the rocket. Glaze Galaxy, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yes, it's a place for her.
Okay.
We got us the gun line.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
We may not know which way to go. Oh Lord, see, this shit is gonna be dangerous. Some dark-winged duck shit. Let's get dangerous. I play the fool for the fool. Everybody plays the fool sometime, and no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, you dig it? I played the fool for a fool.
And here's what I'll say. Here's another good instance of a woman coming on the screen who's obviously not a wife, and Ashley's giving her advice blaming the man, as if we were just talking about this the other night with the Cardi B Offset thing. It's all right to judge them both accordingly, all right, but we ain't about to sit here and be like, oh, you such a good woman, all you need to do is this because he's such a bad guy. No.
And there you go. That is like the newest observation for today's dating woes. Like realizing that, hey, sisters, y'all need to work on yourselves too. And the awakening is happening. And with that awakening and self-accountability comes positive change. If you ask me, a little bit of hope, because there's more and more sisters coming on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube land that's saying, hey, we messed up. Gavin talked earlier about throwing stuff at the wall. One thing they're going to end up throwing at the wall too is accountability, tears, shame, regret. It's unfortunate, but it's only a matter of time.